Hey there, my name is Matt. I'm a full-time eBay seller. I do eBay and Poshmark. I mostly do clothing, but I do hard goods when I can, especially when I can get a really good deal or a bulk deal. This stuff that I'm about to show you is both. So I got a giant lot of doorknobs off of OfferUp, which is a first for me. I'm going to walk you through my whole decision-making process from when I saw the ad, researching it, negotiating, finally buying it, what I anticipate getting for it, how I'm going to list it, etc. This is the basic idea. It's a big lot of these antique gold flake doorknobs. And when I saw the listing, it was just this. There was no brand on it. Just said antique. Have a whole bunch of them, $5 each. Holler. So I sent the guy a message. Actually, I thought it was just one doorknob at first, and I sent him a message offering to buy it for $5. And then I read the fine print in the description, and it said that there were multiples. At first he said he had, I think, a couple hundred of them, and he wanted $500. And then those numbers changed around to where there were 32, so there were 17 individual knobs, singles like this, and then there were 15 pairs of knobs. And he wanted 215 for everything. I negotiated him down to 200, and obviously I got the stuff. So let me show you how I researched this, because there was no brand on it. My thought process of why I actually took the leap. So I searched for gold flake doorknob. And it pulled up this vintage Ruth Richmond Weiser gold flake doorknob. And you can already see from the actives that this is a pretty healthy item in terms of the prices. Notice 6 actives, 4 results. Pretty decent sell-through, and look at the numbers on those. So $90, $90, 125, 90. The math made my decision in an instant. And this is a specific brand. It's Ruth Richmond Weiser or Visor. And I messaged the guy and asked him if there was any branding anywhere on the knobs. He said he didn't know. It was actually his mother's stuff, so he would contact her. I never heard back about the branding. So I just went to meet up this morning. And lo and behold, if you can see, you can just see it. Obviously it was painted, but it says Weiser right here. So I'll probably check all of them. These smaller ones are not branded. So these are what I was after. These are Weiser. So let me show you some math here. So it was 200 divided by 32 total. So total cost of goods is $6.25 per item, distributed over all of this. Although I'm looking at this now, and this looks like way more than 32. I think the numbers were wonky. Let's just say conservatively, take the ad at face value, it was 32. So $6.25 each. Let's assume that I can sell each of these. Let's just go with the paired knobs, the pair of knobs. Let's say we sell those for $70. So I'm going to go in $70 sale, multiply by 0.87, which is subtracting the 13% roughly seller fees that you incur when you flip on eBay. So $60, 9 cents, less, let's say, so those aren't too heavy. I think priority shipping should be, depending on where it is in the country, around $10. So we'll just say 10. Less $6.25 cost of goods. So I stand to profit $44.65 on the conservative end. The shipping fees might be higher, but the price, especially for those pairs, might be higher. These might drive the price down a little bit. So roughly, I can expect $50 profit per sale. Even if it was $20, per sale, I would still be happy because I could make one purchase and list these. They're small, they're durable. These are going to ship first class. I don't have to sell it all in a lot. I may have to make multiple listings based on condition. So let's say I profit 30 bucks per item and there are 32 pieces. So 32 times 30, $960. I just made, on the low end, conservatively, assuming I sell all of it, which I think I will, $1,000 in one purchase. So this, as far as I'm concerned, is a bit of a grand slam. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit labor intensive to list because, as you can see, some of these are in not that ideal a condition. So I'll have to clean them up. I'm probably going to have to make individual listings for the ones that are in suboptimal conditions, although stuff like this, that's pretty immaculate, I can set all of those aside and put them all under one listing. Just take a big group photo of all of them and explain in the listing these are all generally in excellent condition. So if I had 3 big lots of an item like this, so if I had this purchase plus 2 more like it that I could expect to sell for $1,000 in total, it's high demand. I could anticipate possibly selling all of it within 3 months. That's $1,000 over 3 months, which totals out to $1,000 a month. These are made up numbers. Who knows if this will pan out in reality, but in this hypothetical, that's rent. That's $1,000 a month. So if you see opportunities like this, it's good to jump on it right away. I just happened to be refreshing OfferUp live and it popped up and I was the first one to message. I could eat my words and I could eat my $200 bet on this. So we'll see how useful this information really is, but instincts tell me, having done reselling for as long as I have, that this was a huge win. And it's good to supplement clothing income with stuff like this, with hard goods and these big bulk purchases when you can find them. You can scale this down. If you don't have $200 to throw around on gambles like this, if you find bulk items that are cheaper in thrift stores, you can still pick them up and run this same kind of model. I remember I got a big cardboard box full of Coors Light koozies. There were 100 of them in there and I got the box for $2 from a Salvation Army. And I just had it sitting in my closet. It was priced really cheap at like $1. It took no time just to throw them in there in a little poly mailer, slap a label on it and ship it out. And it became a low level, not that impressive source of truly passive income after I did the work of listing. And you can scale all the way up the ladder. This is an illustration of the importance of learning how to read the metrics on eBay. If you can do that exercise that I just showed you of looking up something cold that you're not familiar with, gauging the sell-through rate, gauging those numbers in terms of profit that you stand to make, that skill alone will empower you to be an effective reseller. Even if you're brand new, even if you have no idea what you're doing, you can do that with clothing, you can do it with hard goods, you can do it with absolutely anything. You need to learn how to decipher the value of an item in multiple senses of the word value based just on the numbers. And if you go by the numbers, they will do right by you. A lot of sellers do not go by the numbers, they go by instinct. And it's hard not to after you've been reselling for a while. You develop kind of Pavlovian responses to certain things that you've sold in the past. But those instincts are not as valuable as you might think, or you need to hold them in a little bit of skepticism and distance and double check your work from time to time. Look at the numbers and make sure the market is actually asking for what you want to sell, and you're not just selling what you want to sell and people don't necessarily want to buy. So read the numbers and they can bring you great fortune, hopefully. Hope this helps, and thanks for watching.